every time. Me too. Oh, that way too. Okay. Huh, I never even thought of that. All right, let me just double check. No one's at the front door. Trying to get in. Oh. Just came to check to see if I Good morning. Shannon and Andrea, can you hear me? I don't know how to tell that. If you can just unmute and mute right away again, I'll know. All right, thank you. Thank you. Awesome. So I do have a funny story. She's not actually on here. So I was Good morning, gentlemen. Hey, make sure I get you signed in on the way out, okay? Okay, yeah. So I was working a bike race, not a bike race, a bike ride, like a charity ride. I was driving the car in between, making sure no one had problems. And I picked up this girl. Well, this girl was walking up a hill, and I said, "Do you want to ride?" And she's like, "Yeah, I want to ride. I want to ride." So I put the bike on, got in, and I, introduced myself. And she goes, "Do you teach yoga?" I'm like, "Yeah." She goes, "At Evolution?" She goes, "Yeah." I said, "Yeah." She goes, "Oh, I signed up for the Tuesday morning class and you're the teacher." How random is that? Isn't that weird? She's not on there yet, though. Michelle, where are you? That was funny. All right, my name is Marcy. Thank you. I don't know everyone here, so check with me on the way out. Make sure I have you in the computer because last week I didn't do such a good job at that, so I would like a little help on that. And let's see. Philomena, she's not in. You're hosting something. July 23rd. Uh-huh. Yep. It's July 23rd. I don't know what day of the week that is. 8 to 9. Oh, so there is a limit. There's only 25. There's a limited space. So only 25 people. So oh, Philomena, everyone's gonna rush there for you. Are you kidding me? Free yoga with Philomena. Yeah. No men's apparel there. Namaste. Hey, whatever it takes. You might get some new yogis and you might get some new clothes. So it works out okay. Yeah, you don't have to buy anything. All right, let's start in child's pose. Philomena sent me a text that her abs were a little feeling her abs last week. Nice. All right, well, welcome to class. Welcome to your mat. This space is for you. Hopefully, it's a safe space, and you can do what feels right to you. You can follow exactly what I'm saying. You can modify, you can intensify, but you can also come back to here, this pose right here, child's pose, at any time in the class. And I want you to know that that's available to you. Whether you need it physically, mentally, just need a break to connect. Take a deep breath in through your nose. Open your mouth, let it out. Literally press down through your hands and connect to your mat in a way that you can feel your arms firm up. You notice a reaction. As you press down, something happens. Our practice includes a lot of little elements, but the biggest element is your breath. So I want you to focus on your breath coming in through your nose, expanding your rib cage as you fill up, and exhale through your nose, having your rib cage deflate, just like a balloon, filling up three-dimensionally. Maybe even concentrate on pushing your breath into the back of your body. We kind of forget our lungs are in the back of our body too. And then bring the little Darth Vader noise to it, where you hear a subtle it's force. You have to make it happen, right? It just doesn't happen. Your breathing happens naturally, but we're taking it to the next step where you are engaged in an ujjayi breath, which helps to keep you present, centered, grounded. So hear your breath come in, hear your breath come out. Come up to tabletop. With an inhale, open your heart, lift your head and tailbone up. With an exhale, round. And I want you to consider that you want to move from your core first. So think about your belly button moving first, if that helps, like specifically your belly button. And you're going to hear your breath come out as you exhale, push all the air out of your abs, out of your belly. Keep your belly pulled in, and you'll actually expand your ribs even more, right? Because your breath won't go there. So back and forth, rounding your shoulders, and then take it non-linear, where you can move your hips back to your heels. You can lift your arm, you can lift the leg, you can roll your neck rolls. Like what would feel good for your body right now? And this is a practice too, and just like being listening to what your body wants, what your body needs. Hi, Michelle. I told our little story already, our bike story. Work your way slowly into tabletop again, or cat-cow. And then tabletop, take a breath or two to get there. And then land in your tabletop. Pull your belly in. Look at your right thumb. Lift your right arm all the way up to ceiling, keeping your gaze on your thumb the whole time. Now notice if you saw your thumb the whole time. Bring it down, keep your gaze on your thumb and slide it under. Thread the needle. Bring your cheekbone down to the ground or to a block. Reach your right arm as far away as you can. Press the back of your hand into the floor. And then kind of get a stretch in your shoulders. Breathe here. Now, some people will take this any different places. You can take, you can lift your left arm up. You can take your leg out to the side, whatever feels good. And then bring your left hand down, ground down. Slide your hand out. Try and catch your thumbnail as soon as you can. Follow it all the way up to the ceiling. Notice what that feels like when you see your thumb the whole time. And then plant it, see your thumb the whole time down. So I can tell some of you did that, some of you didn't. Just try it because it really changes. It gives you an idea of that focus. Left hand, follow your thumb. Look at your thumb, lift it up, hold it there. Keep your gaze on your thumbnail as long as you can. Bring it down, slide it under. It's just a practice and focus and drishti. Breathe here. And then, yes, vary the pose. Your arm can go behind your back. You can roll your right shoulder open a little bit. Some people will stick their right leg out to the side. None of that's necessary. You do what feels right for you. Slide out. As soon as you can, see your thumbnail. See if you can follow it all the way up and then all the way down. Beautiful. Saw a lot more happening that time. Walk your hands forward. Tuck your toes under, downward facing dog. Jordan, go a little longer. Take your hands forward a little more if you can. Or feet back, yeah. So check out your hands. Make sure you push your chest back so all your weight's not in your wrist. Try and get the wrinkles out of your wrists. Pull your navel to your spine, and with an inhale, come high up onto your toes. With an exhale, sink your heels. Inhale, come high up onto your toes. Pause. Tuck your chin, roll out to your high plank. So you'll be in a plank pose. Shift forward on your toes, drop your knees or not, lower halfway or all the way down. Cobra or up dog. Lift your heart up. And then down dog. Nice. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. We'll do that one more time. Inhale, come high up onto your toes. Roll out to your high plank. In plank, hold it. Pull your belly button in and then take your tailbone towards your heels. Right? So you get that really great core integration. Take a deep breath in together. Lower halfway or all the way down. Pause. Cobra or up dog. Lift your heart up. Downward facing dog. Set your gaze at the back of your mat. Take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. Move forward. Bring your feet to your hands. Halfway lift. Your hands go on your shins or your thighs. Now push into your thighs and come into a flat back. So soften your knees. Take your hands on your shins, push it, and then think about your chest is going towards the center of the room or whichever way you're facing. Now, what happens to me here is my belly hangs out, my ribs hang out. I'm going to suck my ribs and belly into the spine. Take a deep breath in here. Forward fold. Grab your elbows, or your hands can go behind your back. And just take a quick peek at your feet. One of our alignment cues is your feet at 12 o'clock. It just means your feet are straight ahead. And they're about 2 fists could fit between your feet. So you can check that out too while you're here. Liking to keep the feet, instead of going wider than your hips, trying to keep them inside your hips a little bit. Press your feet down into your mat. Soften your legs and let your head completely go and breathe here. Push down through your feet. Pull your belly button to your spine. Drop your hands. Bring your feet a little closer, maybe all the way in. You decide. Push your feet down. Pull your belly in. Roll up to stand. Sweep your arms up over your head. Interlace your fingers. Reach up. Side bend to your right. Look up past your bicep. Inhale, come up. Side bend the other way. Look past your bicep. Inhale, come up. Look up. Bring your hands to your heart. Set your gaze at something that's not moving in front of you. Soft gaze. Set your intention. How do you want to show up for your class? I am, fill in the blank. I'm powerful, connected, breath. Something that resonates with you. And we'll send it out there with one Om. Take a deep breath in. With an inhale, reach up. Look up, we flow. Bend your knees forward, fold. You put all those elements together. Hands on your shins, halfway lift. Fold down. Rise up to stand. Inhale, sweep your arms up over your head. Fold down. Try not to drop. Squeeze down. Halfway lift. High, push up and hold. High, push up and hold. It's a plank pose. Squeeze your leg muscles to the bone. Pull your navel to your spine. Take a deep breath in. Lower halfway or all the way down. You can drop your knees. Cobra or up dog. Lift your heart up. And then downward facing dog. Lift your hips up. Breathe here. Hands a little wider than your shoulders. Feet narrower than your hips. Take one deep breath in together. Empty out. Move to the front of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Fold down. Rise up to stand. Where are your feet? Know where they are. Reach up. Fold. Half lift. High to low push up. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. So this is our Sun A. Breathe in and breathe out. Inhale, fill up. Exhale, empty. One more breath in, fill up. Empty out completely. Squeeze your abs towards the center and move to the front of your mat. Halfway lift. fold down. One more, rise up, inhale, look up, touch the ceiling, find that length in your body, and then fold. Halfway lift, high to low push-up, so you don't hold it anymore. Up dog and down dog. Nice. Big breath in, big breath out. Fill up, expand, empty out. One more breath in, let it all go. Move to the front of your mat. Moving on, empty, half lift. Fold down, chair pose. Sit into your chair and stay. Again, bring your feet a little closer together, right? So you can work the balance element on this. Some people actually bring their big toes to touch and then their heels will be a little bit apart, keeping those feet right at 12 o'clock. Sit lower, building heat from the inside out. Relax your toes. Relax your toes. And then try easy, right? If you're making it hard, just try easy. One more breath in. Fold down. Halfway lift. High to low push-up. Plant your hands, step back. Upward facing dog and downward facing dog. Step your right foot forward, warrior one. You take a big giant step. Your back heel comes down. Reach up. Low push-up. You can skip a push-up. Up dog, down dog, left side warrior one. Rise up, reach up, low push-up. Take your time. There's no rush. There's no rush. Up dog, yep, and downward facing dog. Deep breath in, deep breath out. Two more. Starting to feel like a rest pose, maybe this down dog. One more breath in. It's empty out, move to the front of your mat. Halfway lift, fold down, chair pose. 3 breaths will stay for. I shouldn't have said that because then I forget to count. All right, we'll do one more breath in, forward fold. Halfway lift, high to low push-up. Allie, drop your knees to the floor when you do this and then come down. Upward facing dog, downward facing dog. You'll get stronger that way. Right foot warrior one. Rise up, low push-up. You're good, you're good. Up dog, down dog, left side warrior one. Step it forward, press your feet down, reach up, look up, low push-up. Resist going down. Yes, you'll get a lot stronger that way. Does it feel different? Yeah. Save your shoulders a little bit. Deep breath in, deep breath out. 2 more, inhale, empty. 1 more breath in, let it all go. Move to the front of your mat. We'll do the same thing. Inhale, half lift, fold down, chair pose. 1 breath, rise up, fold. Halfway lift, high to low push-up. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Step your right foot forward. Take a big giant step. Reach up. Low push-up. Again, you can skip a push-up and just go to the left side, right? You can go left side, warrior one. Reach up and low push-up or straight to down dog. Take care of you. Take care of your body. Take care of your mental, emotional health. There's a fine line between pushing or getting enough stimulation and then pushing over that line. So find your line today. Lift your right leg up to the ceiling. Bend your knee so your heel comes to your butt. And then stack your right hip on top of your left. Come high up onto your left toes. With an inhale, straighten your right leg and bring your knee to your nose. Inhale, kick it back. Knee to nose. Inhale, kick back, press it back, knee to nose, crescent lunge. Plant your right foot. Now, crescent lunge, we can work on alignment a little bit. Your front foot would be on a line. Your back foot would not be on the same line. So you're still in that down dog feet position. Rise up. Now press your feet down, but bring your left heel up high over the ball of your foot. Hug your hips in, hug your belly in. That'll get you more stable. Push your feet down and then hug in. Reach your arms up to the ceiling. Add a pelvic tilt. The front of your pubic bone, pull it toward your belly button. Oh yeah, that was good. I saw that. You feel the difference? And then reach, like really reach. Full expression. Bring your hands to your heart. Twist to your right. So your elbow is going to come down on your thigh or your forearm if that works better for you. Then separate your arms and find some space between your hands. Reach your top arm to the ceiling, your bottom arm to the floor. Like really expand and then breathe into your chest. Find that freedom, that opening. One more breath in. Stay for the exhale. Rise up to crescent lunge. Kind of float to it. Warrior two. So now both feet, your front foot's going to face the front of the mat. Your back foot's going to be tucked in a little bit. Yep, so watch your back toes. Just bring them towards you a little. Yeah. So it's like push your heel out. Bring your back foot back a little bit. You'll get a little bit. And then bring your heel towards my finger more. Not your whole foot, just your heel. Yeah, there you go. Then your arms are straight out. And you're looking at something. Bring your shoulders over your hips. So you're going to move your... Can I touch your arm? Just bring your body right there. There you go. Same thing too, Allie. Can I touch your arm? Come back here like this. Right? You want your shoulders stacked over your hips. And then check out your front knee. You want it stacked right over your ankle and straight ahead. The tendency is, especially if you have tight inner thighs, is that knees wants to roll in. You might have to externally rotate your thigh. Reverse your warrior. So your left hand can go on your thigh, your right arm is stretching up, you're getting a nice side bend, stay in your lunge, straighten your front leg, grab your wrist. Left hand grabs your right wrist. This is called reverse triangle. And why am I doing it right now? To give your quad a little bit of a break. You're welcome. Warrior two. Warrior two, extended side angle. So you bring your forearm to your thigh. Stay light on it. You're not kind of leaning on it. You're pushing down into it. Add the pelvic tilt. Arm by your ear. Arm by your ear. Then take your top arm anywhere you want it to go. Half bind, full bind. Can you stay connected to your back foot? Press down through the back edge of your left foot. Slow flow. Yeah, take one more deep breath in. Low push up. Plant your hands. Step back. Woo! Yeah. Upward facing dog and downward facing dog. Take a big cleansing breath. Inhale. Sigh it out. Woo! Lift your left leg up to the ceiling. Bend your knee and open up your hip. Right? So come high up onto your right toes. Engage that inner line of your right leg. So you come high, high, high up. Then straighten your left leg out to the back of the room. Level your hips out. Exhale, take your knee to your nose. Bring your shoulders over your wrists so you're in a plank pose. Inhale, kick back, three-legged dog. Knee to nose. Three-legged dog. Knee to nose. Squeeze your abs. Crescent lunge. Your feet are on railroad tracks, so find that first. Stay stable. So a lot of times we dump in our low back here. Can you add that pelvic tilt to keep that from happening? Reach up, full expression, arms up, fingers on fire, like even your fingers engaged, spread wide. We used to say, we don't say this anymore, but bring your pinky fingers towards each other. External rotation on your shoulder. Bring your hands to your heart. Lean forward and twist. Keep your right hip up, Kate. Don't let it come with you. Yeah, there you go. There you go. Stay here. Open your arms. Here, twist the other way. Not you. Twist to your left. Sorry about that. Twist to your left. There you go. Press your right hamstring to the ceiling. Firm up that back leg. That'll help. One more breath in. Empty out. Crescent lunge, find some ease and flow to warrior two. Yeah, you still do. We just don't, I don't say that cue. I don't hear that cue anymore with pinkies towards each other. I just haven't heard that for a long time. So your left leg's in front. Externally rotate a little bit right over there. Inner thighs. Make sure that knee's stacked over your ankle. Jordan, you need a longer step. You got those long legs. There you go. And then push down, right? Push down through oh my goodness. I'll try it one more time. Push down through the outside edge of your right foot. So everyone do that just because I had to work so hard getting those words out. Jeez Louise. Reverse your warrior. Stay in your lunge, Janet. Yeah, stay down there. Yeah, I know. I'm holding it. But remember, we're going to get a break. But stay in it. Stay in it. You never want to come out early and say, oh, I wish I could have stayed in there that one more breath. All right, straighten your front leg. Grab your wrist. That always happens to me. I'll come out early and then they get you out and you're like, oh, I could have held on. I could have held on. Grab your wrist, get that nice side bend. Warrior two. Make sure your knee's straight ahead, right? It's not leaning inward. Extended side angle. Forearm to your thigh. Yep, watch it. Keep that knee over that ankle. Yeah, you might need a shorter step if you're feeling it too much. Push this leg up a little bit. Yeah, right there. You don't want to collapse in your hips. Your hips seem pretty flexy. Breathe. Keep breathing, Jordan. So, Jordan, I'm just going to give you a visual. So here you are. See if you can do this. Yeah, and then move your arm. Now you got both sides of your body the same length. Nice. Take a deep breath in. Deep breath out. One more breath in. Low push-up. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Take a nice deep breath in here. Empty out. One more. Inhale, fill up. Sigh it out. Move to the front of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Forward fold, chair pose. Sit into your chair. Bring your feet together as close as you can. Remember, working on that balance. Now look at your knees. You want them to stay in the exact same spot as you twist to your right. Elbow to your thigh. Your hips stay in the same position. So that means you got to keep pulling your left hip back. Arms can come open, half bind, full bind. Birds, yeah, go ahead and try your birds. Looks good, looks good, looks good. Hips down, Jordan, hips down, chest up, chest up. Take a deep, deep breath in. Empty out. Chair pose. Forward fold. Separate your feet. Hook onto your big toes. So you'll take your first two fingers, and some people do this sitting. Yep, you got it. And then pull down. Let your head go. Everybody drop your head. Pull down. I like to pull my elbows out and just bend your knees as much as you need to be comfortable, but still feel a stretch. Now, what do you do here? You press your feet down, pull your navel in, and just breathe steady. See if you can get an even, steady breath. Your inhale and your exhale, same length of time, bringing in that recovery, restoration phase. Chair pose. Bring your feet together as close as you can and feel safe, and sink down. So tendency on this one for me is, again, to stick my ribs out. It's always a good assist when we do assisting is to hug your ribs in and then twist to your left. Slide your right heel, slide your right hip and knee back. Keep them in the same alignment. We're not trying to twist our lower back, so you want those hips to stay in the same place. We're trying to wring out the thoracic area mostly. You can open your arms. You can take a bird. Decide where you want to go. You have 2 more breaths here. 1 more inhale. Empty out, wring it out. Chair pose, reach to the ceiling. Fold down. Separate your feet and stand on your hands. Separate your feet and see if you can bring your toes all the way up to your wrists. Right, your palms are up. Give your wrists a little love, a little massage. And really just let your head go. Focus on your breath moving in and out of your body. Crow pose. So you're going to plant, this is a core arm balance. You're going to plant your hands on the ground, bend your elbows, bring your knees to the backs of your arms, look forward, and then push down through your hands and get that lift. Like you're going to lift your body up, then maybe one toe comes off, maybe the other, maybe both. It helps if you look forward. Yeah, oh, there it is. Yeah, that was good. You can stay here. You can jump out, jump back in. You can take child's pose. So play hero's pose, whichever feels better. Hero's is just sitting on your shins just to catch your breath for a moment, or to child's pose. Nice. Oh, I got a little lightheaded. And then come on down. Take a deep breath in. Work your way into downward facing dog. Set your gaze at the back of your mat. Press down through your fingers, your knuckles, especially the thumb side of your hand. Notice where your weight distribution is on your hands. Soften your knees and tilt your tailbone to the ceiling. Getting as much length in your spine as possible. Take a deep breath in together. Empty it all out. Move to the front of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Forward fold. Press down through your feet. Rise up to stand. Sweep your arms up over your head. Right side eagle. Your right arm goes under. You squat down. Your right leg goes on top. Maybe your toes come off the ground. Maybe they wrap behind your leg. Balance, equanimity. So notice what happens to your breath in equanimity. Notice what happens to your forehead. It's squeezing hard. Soften. And then switch sides. Left arm under. Left leg on top. Steady gaze and steady breath. The tendency is to hold your breath in almost everything we do, right? Even in life. Can you keep breathing through the tough stuff? Staying calm, staying grounded. Switch sides. Right side eagle. Right arm under, right leg on top. Hug your ribs in. Reach your arms up to the ceiling. Reach your knee to your chest. With an inhale, lift it a little higher. With an exhale, press it out. Inhale, lift up. Airplane pose. Half moon. Left hand down, right hand up. Use a block if you have it. Take a deep breath in. Feel it, hear it. Forward fold or stand tall. Rise up to stand. Sweep your arms up over your head. Left side eagle. Left arm under. Left leg on top. Right, your steady gaze and your breath. Making it work, making it happen. Reach your arms up to the ceiling. Bring your knee to your chest. Inhale, lift it a little higher. Exhale, press your heel away. Inhale, knee to your chest. Airplane pose. Float. Squeeze your shoulder blades together as your arms go back and reach your arms. Imagine I had your fingertips and I was pulling you back, your arms back, opening your chest. Breathe into your collarbone. Half moon pose. Press down through your standing foot. Take a full deep breath in. Stand tall or fold. Step to the front of your mat if you're not already there. Grab the inside of your right foot, standing bow pose. So you're going to turn your hand, right hand this way. Grab the inside if possible. And the other arm goes up. Press your shin to the back of the room. Keep pulling your right hip forward, Kate. Keep pulling your right hip forward. Keep pulling your right hip forward. Allie, you too. So sometimes we open up too much. Think about your hip bones staying front or straight down. They won't, but think that. Take a full breath to come out and switch sides. So open your hand up like you're hitchhiking. Pick up the inside of the left foot. Oh, hold on a second. You want to go this way. Yeah, then that opens up there a little bit. Nice. Alex, bend your knee, right knee a little bit. Keep it soft. Yeah, nice. Keep pulling your right hip forward so your shoulder gets more stretch, more stretch, more stretch. Take a full deep breath in to come out slowly. Stand tall. Let's do that one again. But here, I want to give you a visual on this one. So, we do wheel. This is like a prep for the wheel pose, okay? In wheel, both your hip bones are to the ceiling, correct? And bridge pose. What most of us do on this one is we want to get back further. So we start to turn our hip out. See if you can keep the center of your chest. You can even put a hand here like this. See if you can keep this hip bone facing this direction instead of turning. You won't go as big, but you'll actually open up the muscles you want to open up more. So grab the inside, a little teaching moment there. And then see if your hand stays exactly where you want it to stay, facing. It's a challenge. It's probably changing things for you a little bit. Still getting your stretch in the quadricep, probably maybe even a little more. Definitely the hip flexor a little bit. And slowly come out. Try the other side. Left side. So left arm grabs the inside. Keep your hand on your heart if you want to try that. And just press straight back. So I just keep pulling this forward. Keep your standing legs soft so you're not in your joint. Nice. And come on down. Yeah, it looks good. Step to the front of your mat. Hands reach up. Inhale. Bring your hands to your heart. Right side tree. So your left foot stays on the ground. Your right foot comes to your ankle, your shin, or higher. Just not at your knee joint. Either below or above the joint itself. Interlace your fingers. Press your palms front. Take them up to the ceiling. And then think about your heart lifting up. Can I assist you on this one? I haven't done this in a long time. And then lift your chest. Look up if you feel safe. And step out. Left side, tree pose. The universal pose of yoga, wouldn't you say? Like most of the times if you see something with yoga, a lot of times it's the tree pose. Tree pose, rooted, press down through your standing foot. Centered, hug everything to the middle line of your body. And then spread out. It's okay to sway. It's okay for your foot to touch. Just come back. Just begin again. And step to the front of your mat. With an inhale, you're going to reach up. With an exhale, you're going to fold down. Halfway lift. High to low push-up. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Right side warrior 2. Right side warrior 2. Tuck your back toes in so your heel's a little further away. And then lunge down. If you have a block beside you, get it close to your right foot by your side of your ankle for triangle pose. Straighten your front leg out. And then reach out as far as you can. And then just windmill your arms down. Keeping that length again. It's kind of like the same cue there, Jordan, of the other one. So you push your hips down this way. I'm sorry, your ribs towards your hips. Left ribs towards your left hip. Grounding. Press your feet down. Hug your inner thighs towards each other. Or imagine that you could drag your heels towards each other. Take your top arm by your ear. Reach as far away from your foot as you can. Straight arm. Yeah, get that little hip. And then turn your chest towards the ceiling. Yes, yes, yes. Rise up to stand. Slowly rise up. Side facing, wide-legged forward fold. Feet are going to be nice and wide. Your toes are going to be straight ahead. Hands on your hips. Actually, let's stretch your shoulders out too. Hands behind and forward fold. Let your head go. Stay strong in your legs. And then drop your hands. Drop your hands. Walk your hands to the right side. Grab your right ankle. Or not, or just around your foot. Oh no, staying in wide-legged. Yeah, staying in wide-legged. And then switch sides. I do go there sometimes, but not today. Come to the center. Rise up to stand. You're going to do a baby warrior 1 feet. So, or medium stance, I should say. Right foot turns front. Back foot steps in about a third of the way. Turn your hips to the front of your mat. Reverse namaste. So your hands can go in reverse prayer or just grab your fingers or your wrist and come halfway down. That's it, Janet. Pull your chest forward. Now you can absolutely stay here. Press both feet into your mat, or you can move into pyramid pose. Bring your nose towards your knees, fingers to the floor. So intense hamstring stretch. Shoulder blades squeeze together if you have your hands back there still. Take a deep breath in, deep breath out. One more breath in, fold, step forward. Shake it out, shake it out, shake it out. Bring your feet together, roll up to stand. Inhale, sweep your arms up over your head, reach up. Chair pose. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, press back. So what I want you to think about here is your arms and breath moving at the same time. Inhale, they stop at the same time. Exhale. Squeeze. Inhale. Notice that pause. Exhale. Get a little more squeeze on the pause. Inhale. Get a little more reach on it. Exhale. One more breath in. Fold down. Halfway lift. Low push-up. Keep that breath. Keep that breath. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Left side warrior 2. Shoulders over your hips. Yep. Nice. And then push your back heel. Push it further away. So, or tuck your toes in if that makes more sense to you. Nice long step. Nice long step. Straighten your front leg. Reach out as far as you can, and then just windmill your arms down, staying as long as you can. That looks great, Kate. A lot of times we get a rainbow arch here, and it takes some work to know that, to even feel it. Press down through your feet. Again, get grounded. Press your feet into your mat. Hug your inner thighs in. Take your top arm, reach for the center of the room, turn your chest to the ceiling. Triangle pose. Add a pelvic tilt also, like hug your ribs in, pull your pubic bone towards your belly button. Sometimes a better cue is take your tailbone towards your back heel. That gives you a pelvic tilt sometimes too. Rise up to stand. Side facing, wide-legged forward fold. Hands come down. Turn your toes out this time. We'll do some inner thigh, so some lunges. You're going to bend your right knee and hang out there for a breath or two. Stretching your inner thigh. Come up to the center. Go to the other side. Now you can continue to do that nice and slow. You can actually get a flow. Inhale as you come up. Exhale as you sink down. Hang out there or just keep the flow going. And notice the pause in between each breath. In that pause, everything's possible. Inhale, come up. Exhale, press down. And there's many varieties of this. You'll see it. Choose the one that works for you. For me, I just want to get that stretch in the inner thigh. Maybe if you take your feet a little wider and actually bend this knee. Yeah, either one, whichever way you're going. Yeah, there you go. There you go. Nice. Get complete, whatever that means to you. For me, it normally means make sure I do both sides equally. Work your way to the center and pause. Press down to your feet, hands on your hips, rise up to stand, reverse namaste. Your left foot should be forward, facing the front of your mat. Your back foot's in a warrior one, but shorter stance. Spin your hips to the front, grab your wrists and down about halfway. Hug your ribs in, pull your chest forward. Your head and chest go forward, your shoulders and your left hip go back. You can absolutely stay here, or you can bring your hands down and go into pyramid pose, a little more stretch in the hamstring. Take a deep breath in together. Step forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Fold down. Rise up to stand. Sweep your arms up over your head. Reach up and fold. Half lift. High push up. Low push up. Or up dog. Downward facing dog. Deep breath in. Come high up onto your toes. Roll out to your high plank. Drop your knees or not. Lower half all the way down to the ground. All the way down to the ground. You can do an extra push-up if you want. Hands back by your side, palms down, locust pose. Try and get your ribs and hips closer together. Pull your belly in, lift your chest and feet up off the floor. And then reach back, really reach back. Breath in, pull your belly button in, breath out. One more breath in, come on down. You can wiggle your hips side to side. There's 100 variations for this one. You can choose one. If you want to interlace your fingers, you can. If you want to tuck your toes, you can. If you know something else you want to do, or locust pose, go for it. Go for it. Just reach, breathing into your collarbone area, creating more space, right? Yoga creating space in your body, creating space in your head, creating space between your thoughts. Come on down. Look the other way. Grab your ankles. So we did standing bow earlier. This is floor bow. So if you can kind of get that connection of where your hips are in this pose to when we're standing and doing this pose, one leg at a time, of course. Press your shins to the back of the room. Lift your chest up. The idea is the power is coming from your legs and it's opening the front of your body. And come on down. We'll do one more of those. Grab your ankles and lift up. Press your shins to the back of the room. Maybe your thighs lift up. Breathe here. And come on down. Hands by your ribs. Elbows tucked right over your wrists. Peel yourself off the floor for up dog. Use your abs, downward facing dog. And then sit on your butt, lie on your back. Bridge pose. You're going to plant your feet right under your knee, your heels right underneath your knees. And you're going to press your chest to the ceiling as your hips lift up. Right up, right up, right up. Press down and lift up. Yep. Nice. Walk your shoulders underneath you, like tuck your, it's almost like you lift it up and tuck it under. Lift the other one up, tuck it under. Interlace your fingers. Press your knuckles to the front of your mat. Now, as you inhale, fill up your chest. As you exhale, press down through your feet and your hands, feet and your arms. One more breath in. Come on down. Windshield wipe your legs side to side. Rise up, bridge pose, go. Bridge pose, go. This time, keep your fingertips to the ceiling like an L shape. Your triceps are on the ground. You bend your elbows. Elbows are on the ground and your fingers are up. So like cactus, like a field goal arms. So bring your hands here. Yeah, just bend your arm. Just bend your arms. I mean, yeah, and then push down through your arms. Push your chest up. Yep. So get that connection that your arms are pushing down here. Bring your hips down just right there. So it's more of a straight line there. Yep. Now stay here or reach your arms to the ceiling. Plant them behind you on the ground. And lift your head up off the ground about 2 inches. That's it. Just 2 inches. Tuck your elbows in. Tuck your chin. Come on down. Woo! Little tricep work there. All right. You have your choice now. Bridge or wheel. Bridge or wheel. Go. 5 breaths. Bridge or wheel. Go. Windshield wipe your legs side to side when you come down and go right back up. Right back up. Don't even think about it. 5 breaths. 5 breaths. Rise up and go. Keep breathing. Now I'm going to give you an option. You can stay up for 5 more breaths or come down and go back up. So you're either on your last one or second to last one. You decide. Bridge or wheel. Stay up for 10 breaths. Come down and go back up. Your choice. Last chance. Last call. Last call. When you're finished, old-fashioned butterfly, Supta Baddha Konasana. Just take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. Place one hand over the center of your chest, one hand over your low belly. Pause here. Focus on your slowing your breath down, making it even and steady. Hug your knees towards your chest. Wrap your arms around your legs. Give yourself a hug. Acknowledge yourself for showing up, for being here. Give yourself a pat on the back. Dead bug pose. You're going to take your knees out wide past your shoulders, feet to the ceiling, and grab hold of the tops of your feet or your ankles. And as you pull your knees down, roll your tailbone towards the floor. And then feel free to rock side to side for happy baby. Little low back massage. Take your legs straight up into the air. Pull your navel to your spine. Push your back ribs down to the floor. Hands down by your side or underneath your low back. Take a deep breath in. Lower your legs 30 degrees and just hold it there. So you're going to come down part way. Now notice how your back might already want to arch. Like if you didn't have control in your core, your back would be arching. So keep that control. Push your ribs towards the floor and then lower 30 more degrees and hold it there. Now draw your thigh bones into your hips. Oh yeah. Lift your head and shoulders, drop your feet 30 more degrees, as close to the floor as you can without arching your back. Bringing your head up helps. And then slowly bring your legs back up. Nice. Good job. Take a deep breath in. Exhale and lower. Deep breath in. 30 more degrees. Deep breath in. Lift your head and shoulders up. Lower your legs. Slowly bring them back up. One more time. Take a deep breath in at the top. Lower 30 degrees. Push your ribs down. Lower 30 degrees. Inhale. As you exhale, lower 30 degrees. Look at your toes. Stay here this time. Rock your legs side to side. And keep that rock going as you bring them up to the top. Oh, yeah. Getting all those little crevices. Yeah. Lower your legs 30 degrees. Flex your feet. Lower your right leg towards the floor. Bring it back up to meet the left leg. Same leg. Do it again. Keep going. You can lift your head and shoulders up if you need a little more. Just do the same leg. Flex your feet. Yep, stay real active. Keep drawing your thigh bone down into your hip. Yeah, keep pushing it. It's so subtle. It's really a subtle thing, but you'll feel it when you get it. Modification is bending your left knee, putting your foot on the floor if you need it, and hug in. I did not count those. Is anyone a counter that counted those? Was it? Woo! Let's do 10 on the other side. Woohoo! Legs straight up into the air. Lower 30 degrees. So your legs are not straight up, right? You're lowering them just enough that your abs are engaged before you do anything. Pull your belly in. Lower your left leg. Oh, switch legs, Alex, I think, yeah. And bring it back up. Jordan shaking. Yeah, baby, we're working hard. Do 10 of them if you're counting. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Roll forward and back along your spine. Come up into boat pose. Lift your chest. Flex your feet. Look at your toes. Hug your knees in. Roll forward and back 3 times. Come back into boat pose. Hold it there. We'll add some low boat. So you just extend out. Slowly come back up. Squeeze your abs. Don't let them rest. Low boat. High boat. And if that doesn't feel good on your back, you can just roll up and down. No, you do what's right. Remember, I said that at the very beginning. Low boat, hold it there. High boat, roll forward and back along your spine. And lay on your back. We're going to do reclining half pigeon. If you absolutely hate it, of course, you don't have to do it. But it's going to save us a little bit of time. Take your right leg up into the air. Put your ankle on your thigh and then grab your left hamstring. Pull in. Ooh, baby. Now roll your tailbone towards the floor as you do this. So two things are happening. You're pulling your knee in, but you're keeping as much of your spine on the ground as possible. Now that might be enough for you, and just stay here and keep breathing. That certainly might be enough for you. You might not need any more. If you need a little more, take your right elbow into your thigh and push your thigh away. Just nudge it away. If you need a little more, you can rock the baby. Anybody want that? I'll show it. I don't know. Yeah. Kate has it. Sometimes we don't need any more, right? We're right where we're supposed to be. Now, slow your breathing down. Bring back that intention of deep, slow breaths. Being mindful of that, being in creation of that. And switch sides. Some people don't even have to lift their right foot off the ground. They're tight enough right there. If that's you, stay there. And then incrementally. So what I try and, for me in my body, is like when I'm stretching like this, I want to feel it. I want to breathe into it, and I want it to soften while I'm there. Once it softens and I don't feel that anymore, then I'll make it a little deeper. So it just says incrementally, like you don't have to go full force right away. This is opening, softening. Let it happen, and have your breath be a catalyst for that. Where else can you soften? Maybe your jawline, your jaw itself, actually, your forehead, your toes. Your feet are flexed, so they're active. There's that balance. Hug both knees in, roll forward and back, come up into a straddle stretch. What's your name? I never did. That's okay. That's okay. Laura, just write it down here for me, okay? Thank you. Straddle stretch. Yeah, take your hand. I like to start with my hands behind me to keep my hips up high, like keep my hip bones forward of my sit bones. Here's your sit bones, here's your hip bones. Nice flat back. And again, find that edge where you feel it. Maybe it starts to ease up a little bit. If it does, then you push out a little further. If you have a nice strong core and I don't even think it's strong core, mobility in your hips and you want to come forward, but you can still keep a flat back, feel free to do that. This helps to keep your back flatter. Ooh. Do I? I wouldn't think so. No. I'm so tight, though. I mean, I really feel that. Look at these girls up here, though, and they got it. Look at Alex. Look at it. He's got some. Yeah. What's your first name? Tyler. Tyler and Jordan have it's typical male thing. And something must be shorter in here on men because a lot of men sit back like this. Like there's something that keeps them. Do you have any idea what? It's got to be the psoas, right? Or pelvis, maybe something in the pelvis a little bit. Because that's the typical. So yeah, for me, that looks better than like being here. Yeah, it could be your hip flexor. Well, psoas is part of your hip flexor, yeah. And then come on in, bring your left leg in. I'm going to mirror the people that are facing the front of the room. Lift your butt cheek up, pull it back, reach across, and grab. I like to do the opposite arm to that foot so that I get a little stretch through my lats, my rib cage area. You can take your other hand, it would be your right hand back behind you. And then just flow with it. Like with an inhale, lengthen your spine. With an exhale, rotate slightly. And it could just be millimeters. But there's this connection of breath. Ali, switch hands. And flex your foot. You got that? Yeah. Just bring your toes towards your knee. Yeah, there you go. Might get a calf stretch then too. And then rise up. Plant your left hand behind you. Just come up. Stargazer. Take a deep breath in. And come on down. Try the other side. Butt cheek out of the way. That actually takes some pressure out of your low back too if you lengthen back slightly. Opposite hand to the outside or wherever you can reach, right? That's the one thing. People that don't do yoga, they'll say, oh, I can't do yoga, I'm not flexible. It really doesn't matter how flexible you are. You just go until you feel it. If it's here and you're feeling it, you're doing something. So if someone ever says, oh, I can't do yoga, say that's the least of your worries. Oh, because I'm not flexible. If they say, oh, I'm just not flexible enough, that's the least of your worries because you're going to feel it no matter if you can touch your toes or not. Rise up, stargazer. Reach up and back. Come on down. We're going to roll onto your backs and take your legs straight up into the air. Put a block under your hips for waterfall or come up into shoulder stand. Anything that gets your hips a little higher. Waterfall is my favorite, actually. But you can do plow pose, taking your feet over your head and then into shoulder stand. That kind of gives you a little bit more vertical. And then focus on your breath, moving in and out of your body. Now that I see you in here, I know everything you know. When I first saw you today, I was like, I can't remember your name. Just letting gravity do some work. And then work your way slowly, maybe into plow boat, something new. That one's really wet. Deaf yogis pose, your knees come by your ears. I'm getting one more for you. That's why I didn't give you one first. So you were you're the closest one. Doesn't feel very cold. And roll yourself. You're welcome. Roll yourself onto your back. Supine twist to your right. Pull your knees to your chest so that they stay across from your belly or chest. Roll your knees to the right. Look to the left. Take a deep breath in. Deep breath out. Switch sides. So you have one last chance to ring out anything you don't want. Come to the center, Supta Baddha Konasana, just to let your back neutralize. So soles of your feet together, knees out wide. And then Shavasana. So let your legs get long on your mat. Arms come down by your side. And if you're comfortable with it, you're going to close your eyes. So some people, well, most yogis here, but I also taught at a gym for years and years and years, and a lot of gym people will run out at this point. They do. It's really funny. So you might revel in this pose, you might not, but just stay if you can. Get real comfortable. Maybe lengthen your neck on the floor. So it's just a slight chin tuck. Wiggle your fingers and your toes. Take a deep, deep breath in. Open your mouth, let it out. And now for the next few moments, there is a cold towel by your head if you wanted to grab one of those. Take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. Wiggle your fingers and your toes. Stretch. Long, hug in, and work your way onto your right side, curled up in a little ball. Come up to a seated position. You can keep your eyes closed a little longer. With an inhale, reach your arms up over your head and bring your hands to your heart center. One Om. Take a deep breath in. Deep breath in through your nose. Open your mouth, let it out. Namaste. Thank you all for coming. I'll be at the front desk to see you on your way out. I'm teaching tomorrow. I was just filling in today, so my regular class tomorrow is 9:15. Hope to see you there. If you have one of our blocks or anything, just feel free to make sure you spray them down. Bye, Andrea. Thanks for coming.